We are still in Wadi in the middle of the desert, which is pretty cool. Last night after dinner we went to this stargazing place, literally about 2 minutes that way. You can see it right behind me. And they had these giant telescopes and they taught you all about the different constellations, and we got to look at the surface of the moon really close up, and it was incredible. I mean, I couldn't really film it for you because my camera is not a giant telescope, so I could just have filmed the sky, but you wouldn't have got the impression. But it was really cool. Today we are going on a jeep tour of the desert. Oh look, camels. So let's go explore the desert. Are you excited?
Yes.
Yay! If you're wondering where Abida is, she's in the driver's seat right now. She's gonna be driving us through the desert now. She's never driven a manual before, and I'm really nervous about it. I can hear her screaming from back here. I think she's trying to change gears. I'm not really sure what's happening. We're doing a lot of stopping and starting. Oh! Yep, we stalled. Oh my gosh, I hope she doesn't hit a camel. There are a lot of them around here. Good job! I did it! Yay! I don't know if you can see this because of the light, but the inscriptions up here are over 2,000 years old. And it's like a little map for people going between Saudi Arabia and Petra. And I think that's so cool. So, Amy is driving this Jeep in the middle of the desert. I'm very terrified.
Good driver!
Success. Nobody died.
You gotta sit down, yeah?
No.
She's still alone there.
Will I go all the way down?
Yeah, but already is top. But don't move, just sit like this.
Terrified!
Nothing, it's so easy.
I don't know what's gonna happen though when she. Oh! Yay!
Nothing, so easy. There we go.
That was insane, but it was the best fun. I feel like I got to see everything that's in the desert, and it was so much fun. We laughed so much, and I cannot recommend this campsite enough. I will leave all of the information for all of our hotels throughout this trip down in the description box. So you guys, if you are planning a trip to Jordan, I highly recommend visiting Wadi and I highly recommend staying here. I also highly recommend doing the stargazing tour that they have at night and the Jeep tour that they have during the day. It was just the best fun. And if you're wondering why my cheeks are pink right now, it's because I have pink sand on them. So we are just gonna pack up and head off to our final destination of this trip, which is the Dead Sea. Excited for that, but also really sad to be leaving Wadi because it's been so much fun. Honestly, I didn't think that we'd be able to top yesterday in Petra because that was incredible. But then today we went out on the Jeep and it was just another amazing day. So I'm a happy camper. Don't spin me.
Yeah, I am.
No, I don't think it's meant for that.
Gently. Ready?
That's not gentle. What are you doing? Not meant for this. This is so beautiful. I never thought that I would consider the desert to be a beautiful view.
Yeah, neither
but
did
it
I.
is. It's so beautiful. I don't want to leave. But then I know when we get to the Dead Sea, I'm gonna say, I don't want to leave here either.
Yeah.
I just never want to leave anywhere. We're on the highway. We just got pulled over by the police. And I was like, just act natural, turn down Aladdin. So he pulled us over and he was like, where are you from? And then Peter said, Canada. He was like, you? I said, the UK. He was like, oh, have a nice day. And that was all. We just got pulled over by the police again. And they come out and they're like, do you speak Arabic? And we're like, no. And then again, they just asked where we were from, asked to see Abida's passport, and never actually looked at it or took it off her.
They were just like, do you have a passport? Yeah.
And then, they're looking at us. There they are. But then they said, can we look inside the back? And we couldn't work out how to open it. So then they were like, yeah, okay, whatever. Got back in the car and left. What is happening? Oh. Just got very interesting. This is taking like a roller coaster-esque type turn. Oh,
I don't want to do this.
Road, man. Like, this is intense. Oh my gosh, still not at the Dead Sea, but we've decided to take a detour because as we were driving, I saw a sign that said lowest place on earth, and I was like, let's go, let's turn. So that's where we need to be.
We don't know where we're going.
No, it could be like an hour out of the way. We haven't stopped to consider that. We just saw the sign and we were like, yep, we're gonna check that out. We're here at the museum. It's literally just us, but we don't know where the cave is. And I also don't know why we're whispering. Because we're the We are the only ones in this building, it's just us. But I want to get to the lowest place in the earth. That's why I'm here. That's where I want to be. We were wandering around the museum trying to find the cave. And the guy who runs the museum was gone. It was literally just us there by ourselves, unaccompanied. And we walk out and he's in the shisha place across the street and he's like, hey, what's up? Don't mind us wandering around with these 4,000-year-old artifacts, just trying to find our way to the cave.
I love how his reaction was, want to join us for some shisha?
Like, no, we want to find the cave. Apparently we have to get back in the car, drive down the street, and then we will get to the lowest place on earth.
Will we?
I am determined that we will.
This road that's not a road?
Yep. Abida just tried to get into the cave. She forgot to turn the engine off in the car. She just got out and walked away from it.
I've never had a car that you don't put the key in, because this is how you walk away and leave the car on. I would have done that.
Okay, we think this is the cave. My big question is, why did we just drive up from down there to come all the way up here to go to the lowest point on earth? I think that's it.
Worst two JD I have ever spent. She made me climb upstairs.
I don't understand. Literally, we followed the signs. It said cave. Guy at the front desk said cave. This isn't a cave. I don't know what this is. So these are the remains of a church, which is nice, really cool, but not a cave that leads to the lowest point on earth. Y'all, we were just leaving that pretend cave and we got pulled over by the police again. And this time I was starting to like lose my nerve because there was five. It was a police van and there were 5 policemen in there, and we were up in the mountain in the middle of nowhere, and they were just like, yeah, pull over, and
they all got out.
And they all got out, and it was just us up on this mountain, and he was like, roll the window down, and then I was like, oh my gosh, what's happening? Why? Like, what? How were we not supposed to be here? I paid my 2 JD. I feel like that was more than that experience was worth. Was I trespassing? Have we done something? And I'm also just thinking, like, I'm not comfortable being up on this mountain with like a van full of strange men, even if they are police. Like, it feels uncomfortable. And then they were just like,
welcome to Jordan.
Yes, you're having a good time in Jordan. And I'm like, why have you given me such anxiety? I appreciate you trying to be friendly and ask about my holiday, but also that was very scary.
I don't like to be pulled over on a mountain.
It was uncomfortable. And that's the 3rd time today that we've been pulled over by the police for them to ask if we like Jordan. And it's like, why? I would now like to make it to the Dead Sea without anyone else pulling us over. That would be really nice. So we made it to the Holiday Inn, which is where we're staying. It's the Holiday Inn Dead Sea Resort, and so far it's looking pretty good. All we've done tonight is like have some dinner, watch a little bit of belly dancing, which was quite exciting, and then we have come back up to our rooms to go to bed because that was quite a drive today. But we are so excited for tomorrow because firstly we're going to go to the baptism site, which is where Jesus was baptized, so pretty big deal. Then we're gonna hang out by the pool, go to the beach, get in that Dead Sea floatiness, even though it's probably gonna be kind of cold because it's February. But
then we can jump in the heated pool.
Yeah, we have a heated pool, so like, we booked in for a spa treatment, but I need to sit up for this. Not any old spa treatment, because originally I was like, maybe I'll treat myself to a facial when I get to the Dead Sea, because when you're in the Dead Sea, may as well have a Dead Sea facial. But then we looked at the brochure for the spa, and there was this package for like 2.5 hours. It's a facial, a massage, a body scrub, and a body wrap. So we're gonna do that because we're treating ourselves. But right now, we are just gonna get ready for bed and then wake up to another wonderful day in Jordan. So good night. Good morning, friends. It is a grey day in Jordan today. The rain has just started. I don't know why I'm still wearing my sunglasses. It's totally unnecessary. They need to stop putting speed bumps on highways. So we're making our way right now to the baptismal site of Jesus Christ. Pretty big deal. I'm really excited about it. I know that it is contested that this is the baptism site of Jesus Christ, because there's one here, there's also one in Israel, and I think each wants to be like, no, this is the real place. And I don't know, because I was not there, but maybe we'll do this one today, and then at some point we'll go do the other one, and then I will know for sure that I will have been to the baptismal site of Jesus Christ. But I am super excited. We are going in the rain, which is maybe gonna put a bit of a dampener on things, but it should be interesting. We just got done at the baptism site and it was so good. It was really interesting. Like, we both, I think, just thought you kind of like turn up, the baptism site is there, you take a look, you get back in your car and you leave. But we took this shuttle bus and it took us down close to the river, the Jordan River, and then like you could overlook all of these like historical sites, and the guide was telling us a little bit of information, and then you went down to the actual river where you could put your hands in and be in the river where Jesus was baptized. But I feel like you could sense the tension, or at least I felt like I could sense the tension, because it was right on the border, as in when you looked across the river on the other side, there was the little steps leading you down to the river on this side, and then on the opposite side of the river there were the steps leading down to the river for people visiting from Israel, although our guide referred to it as occupied Palestine. So now I'm wondering which term is the term that I should be using, because I know it's a very contentious issue and I don't want to say the wrong thing. So when I was saying earlier that this was one site claiming to be where Jesus was baptized and then there was that other site, I didn't realize that it was going to be the same thing. I thought like, oh yeah, there's one over there, there's one here, but it was the same thing because I guess it's the same river. So it was bizarre because right across you could see a completely different country, and it was just, it felt a little bit tense. Like, we had a really good time, but our tour guide said, like, when we got off the bus, like, this is a military area, do not leave my side. You are not allowed to wander off on your own. But it was an amazing experience. I bought some overpriced Christmas tree ornaments. I'm really excited about it. Now we have done our sightseeing for the day, and we are going to go back to the hotel, even though it's raining and grey and kind of cold, and dive into the Dead Sea because it's meant to be great for your skin, your hair, your everything. So we're gonna give that a try, and then we're gonna go to the spa. Yes. I am living my best Dead Sea life right now. Caked in Dead Sea mud, and hoping that when I wash it all off, I will be transformed into a completely radiant, revitalized, different human. Okay, so just in case you were wondering, Dead Sea mud all over your face would 100% recommend. I've tried a lot of face masks, and there is nothing that can compare to just plain old Dead Sea mud that you scooped out of a bucket. For real. Like, I took it off, and I always have blackheads in my nose. I now have, okay, unsolicited close-up of my face, but I now have all these teeny tiny holes in my nose that were filled with gunk that now are empty. Pretty impressive. We are about to head to the spa to get even more degunked. I'm so excited. And a little bit blotchy, yeah, but whatever. I feel amazing. My skin is so soft. I just have to find a way to smuggle home, like, all the Dead Sea mud now, because I need it in my life. I feel like a new woman. That was amazing, and I can't express to you how soft my skin is. Like, I didn't know this was an option for me. I didn't know there was a process by which my skin could be clearer and softer. I didn't know that that was kind of what could actually happen by going for a facial. But like, look at my hair. It's so soft. It's actually shiny. My hair has never been shiny before. My skin is soft. I'm like a different person. I have transformed in front of your eyes. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm like a completely different human. And yeah, we're gonna soak up our last night in Jordan, which is not fair because I don't want to go back. I want to stay here and have a facial every day and go do all the fun things over again. This epic trip to Jordan is over, which sucks because I feel like we just got here. Although I also feel like we've done so many things, and at this point I feel like this is gonna be the world's longest vlog, or I might just have to separate it out into different videos. I don't know. That's next week's problem. But thank you guys so much for joining us on what has been a truly wonderful trip. Seriously, I cannot recommend Jordan enough as a travel destination, and I feel like it's overlooked by a lot of people. It's a really fun place to go. The people are wonderful. It's beautiful. There's so much to see. Go to Jordan. And on that note, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, we will see you soon. You want to say goodbye? Goodbye. Bye.